sometimes at the time I didn't know my support system was my support system because I was too busy looking at people who I thought should have been my support system.
Can you imagine in the future where acting, all they need from you is you at home, scan your face, and then they have the AI do all the work, but they just use you? That's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
Like, that's
it. Hopefully it's still a check. Queen and Slim. You want to know what was so beautiful about this film?
What happened?
The way they shot black people. There's a lot of films and a lot of different lightings that it don't really do us justice. Like, we look good, but this particular, they look black. Like, this is a completely a garbage budget film.
Wow.
And I was like, I did a lot of overtime for this. How dare you?
AP.sit.
Welcome to AP.sit Podcast, the podcast by the good guy. That's here to have no BS conversations, man. Look, today's conversation, I'm very excited. I'm joined here with a brand new person, y'all. And this conversation, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have it. But before we jump into it, make sure you guys do us a favor. First of all, I want to thank y'all again, man. 1,000 on both social medias. You feel me? 1,000. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Continue to support. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Make sure you follow us on all our socials. That's at EPIDASIT __. That's at EPIDASIT __. Make sure you subscribe. Comment your thoughts on these topics, and of course turn the bell on for these videos. Now, without further ado, how you doing, man? How you feeling?
I feel good, bro. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate the invite.
Thank you. Of course.
Really do.
Hope you're excited for this conversation.
I am. I'm ready.
All right. Get it. Okay, so
you ready?
All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, man, so they know who you are.
My name is Tyshawn Jamison. I have a production company called Typerception. I'm an actor, a screenwriter, and a filmmaker.
All right. Sheesh. An actor, director, film writer. Bad boy. He's everything. He's the whole team.
The whole team. Nah, I need my team. Don't do that. I need my team.
Oh man. All right. So let me know a little bit more about yourself. Where did you start? Where did this start for you?
I started modeling actually.
Okay.
I moved back to New York from North Carolina. Came back for school. Started I always wanted to model, but you know, my pops was one of those old school.
Of course.
You feel me?
Yeah, of course.
It wasn't happening. So when I left, you know, being here in New York on my own, 17 years old.
Oh, for real?
I just started to really look into things I always really wanted to do. And modeling was one of them. And that opened the door to the creative flow that just flowed.
That's amazing. Why did you choose New York instead of LA? Because you know everybody.
I'm from New York.
Oh, okay.
You know, I love LA, but it's just something about New York.
Come on, somebody.
It's just something about New York.
Sir.
You feel me? Like, it's the grind. You know, the grind, bro. Yeah. Like, you know, everything is here.
Everything is here for
everything. You know, I love my LA people. Don't get me wrong, but everything is here, and I'm, you know.
Just happy. I mean, man, you said it. I'm telling you, it's something about here that just feels like home.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not being biased. Everybody want to come to the Big Apple for a reason.
Right.
You feel me? But yeah, so you said it started with modeling for you, right? So how did it transfer into acting?
So it's ironic because I used to get offended. People used to say, "Why don't you do acting?" And at that time, it was like, what you trying to say? I'm a model. Like, what you trying to, you know? And like for so long, like I used to respond that way. And then one day I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it. And you know, I have family and friends that support me in it.
Of course. Very important.
You know, they got to see it before they didn't understand, you know, the foundation of it. But once they see me doing it, it was like, oh, wow, he's doing it actually. You know, how I got into acting is my sister.
So it's the sisters.
My sister for so long, she was one of the ones that used to always say, you should really act, you should really act. And so I did it, and I just fell in love with it. And it just, the dominoes just started to just rumble, bro. Like, and yeah, I love acting.
Before I dive in more about the acting stuff, you said that you had a good support system. How important is that for you?
Very important. Very, very. And sometimes at the time, I didn't know my support system was my support system because I was too busy looking at people who I thought should have been my support system.
Ooh.
And
that's true.
I feel like once I was finally able to like see like I do have a support system, because sometimes we focus on the people who we think should support us. We get so caught up in that.
Yeah.
We get I call it the tunnel vision. That we don't even see those who are there. You know?
Okay.
So it's very important to have a support system. Very important.
That's true. So you dive into acting, you fell in love with it. What was your first scene in the acting scene?
My first scene was actually I played on Law and Order.
Oh, word.
I got background work and I got bumped into a union spot.
Oh, wow.
So like the director was just like do this. And I was like with the main character. And I was like super excited. Like, out of all these background actors, like you chose me.
Oh, that's fine.
And ever since then, like I just wanted more and more and more and more. And because of that, I became union eligible to join SAG. So yeah, through
all that. Okay. I appreciate it. Okay, so boom. You have let's switch the role for a minute. You go from being an actor, now you're a mentor. Can you let the people on the social medias or the YouTube, let them know like what are the steps to being an actor? Because I remember, of course, I had that dream myself too. You know what I mean? I wanted to be, my sister, she also does she used to do acting work also, and I used to be the one to help her get her lines and everything. So I'm like, I could do this too. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do this too, and then I'm, like I said, it's always the sister as well, because this is their stuff. So I thought about it, and then I'm like, yo, this is actually a lot of work, because you have to go into getting a headshot, that you got to go into agents. So just give us a little like quick step by step. Like,
well, I want to say you got to do heavy research. Whatever you want to do, heavy research, so you know if that's what you really want to do. Sure. I mean, of course, acting is exciting. Like you get to become someone who you're normally not. When you're acting, you're taking on a different role, a different life, a different personality. It's fun. It's exciting being on TV.
Yeah.
But it's so many elements when it comes to the stages of wanting to become an actor. First, I would say it takes a lot of confidence. That's one. You cannot do this because there's some harsh people in this industry, bro. Oh, man. It's a real, like, sad to say, it's a dog eat dog industry.
For sure.
And before you could even get started, you'll be discouraged. So I would say come in with confidence and support system. Okay. And then just doing the research, knowing that's what you really want to do. By doing the research, you will understand that you need headshots. You need to be in acting classes. You need to even some actors take vocal lessons, how to properly project your voice, when to breathe, X, Y, and Z. Like it's a lot that comes with this, bro. I didn't even know. Like it's wow. And like breaking down a script, knowing how to really break down a script and becoming that character. Who is he? Where is he from? Where was he born? What's his dislikes? What's his likes? To make this person real, you got to create this person. And a lot of people don't realize it becomes really deep because you get lost in this person that you're actually not. Yeah. And because you're doing research and you're becoming, because you want to bring this character to life. That's the whole point of being an actor. You want to bring this character to life. You want to do this character justice. You want to tell this untold story, basically. Yeah. And a lot of study goes into that. A lot of practice goes into that. A lot of patience goes into that. A lot of confidence in what you want to do goes into that.
Wow. That's insane. Sheesh. Yeah, I'm glad that you said that too about this is tough, because the reason why
definitely it's not tough. It's not tough, bro. I'm telling you. What it is that it sounds tough because it's a lot of work. When we hear work,
Yeah. Okay.
We go to, oh, it's tough when it's really not, because when your steps are ordered by God, and you have patience, and you don't rush the process. When we stop rushing the process, it'll just flow. Everything will work out. Everything will flow. And it took me a while to even get where I am, to even think that way.
Yeah, of
like
course.
I've been through the letdown. I've been through the disappointment. I've been through all of that almost made me give up so many times. Like,
Sheesh.
it's a funny story, because how I became a director is because during the acting, for some reason I just couldn't find an agent, or I couldn't book the work to get the reel, because you need the reel to get the work, but then you need the work to get the reel. So it's like,
to hand in hand.
It's like, all right, where am I gonna? So I decided to produce my own project. I decided to write my own script. I did that. But in the midst of my whole team, my director quit in the day of the shoot.
Wow.
So instead of allowing my emotions to, like, because I ain't gonna lie, I was going through it that day. I was pissed. I was pissed. I was ready to, and then I was just, you know what? I'm gonna just have to just do it. And like that birthed the director in me.
Wow.
I was forced, but I feel like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
I feel like that was meant to happen.
Positioning.
Yeah. The 3 films that I did, they're actually on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh, wow.
Which is Discord, Passion, and Deception. I shot those, and I had a whole team, and the only person that wasn't there was the actual director that I hired.
Wow.
And I had to step into that role, and I'm so happy I did, because I almost said, it's
nah, for
it's
sure.
clipped, it's done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. But when your passion is so strong, trials and tribulations is gonna come when you're trying to pursue something, when you're trying to create something out of nothing.
For sure.
You just gotta just put one foot in front of the other, regardless of the odds. Like, and that's what birthed the director in me, is letdown, disappointment. And a lot of times we miss that blessing.
Yeah, a lot of letdowns.
That blessing.
Ooh, yeah.
Within the letdown and the disappointment, there's a blessing within that, because you get to see different. You get to see who's there, or you get to learn from that. You get to grow from that.
Yeah.
But we get so caught up in our emotions that we miss that.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. So, yes, sir. So then, I want to really back real quick, but I want to stay right here real quick. How does that work, being both the actor and the director? Because I seen Discord. I rock with Discord a lot.
Appreciate
you
that.
You feel me?
Love.
Yeah, I watched. I had to make sure. We do our research over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not just anybody that's out here. Nah, we do our research. I rock with Discord a lot. So it's like, how... Well, granted, you're the director, so you already know how it's supposed to go. But what are the challenges in that?
So one of the challenges is doing your lines. Like, I'm the actor, so I'm saying my lines and noticing things that you would notice as a director. You can't wear 2 hats at the same time.
Yeah. And
I learned you can, but it's not. Who wants to do that? I don't want to do that, But it was good learning. But the cuts, like, I told my team, okay, after the last line, let's 10-minute beat. I yell cut. I had to create a space, even for the editing, the back room. So it's like, I'm thinking about the editing process. I'm thinking about, the lighting. I'm thinking about her lines, my lines. Like,
oh yeah, that's a lot going on.
It was just a lot, going on. But I did it. I did it. It was. I accomplished it, and it was hard. To this day, I say I would never ever. I'm gonna make sure I have my team, because it's very important, man. Like, this is not a one-man show, and like, even when you think about life, it's not a one-man show. Like, we are living for one another. Yeah, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
So you need your team. You need your support system, because in the midst of my support, how many times I almost said I'm done? How many times I almost like just said I'm good. Yeah. Like, but in the midst of that, someone that's gonna hold you up,
Yeah.
remind you of who you are,
For sure.
where you're going, who you're gonna be. It's right now it's hard. Right now I feel that. You're human, feel that.
Of course.
But grow in that.
Yeah.
Stand up in that, keep moving in that. And that's what I had to learn.
That's great. That's great. So wheeling it back to the part where you said bringing the character to life. Person that, I believe he's dead now, right? The guy that played Joker.
Yes.
Way back. Yeah.
Keith Ledger.
He's gone, right? Yeah. R.I.P. that man. Even
R.I.P.
even if we want to bring in the guy that just played Dahmer to Jeffrey Dahmer. How scary is that? Because a lot of actors spoke about it, especially when you're doing a biopic of somebody. There's a scarcity in that. So like, how scary is that process?
That's it's deep. The Joker character is a very dark character. Schizo, bipolar, different types of things that you gotta imitate.
Yeah.
And I believe in spirits. It's deep, bro. It's so deep. When you're studying someone and you're watching their movements and you're watching how their behavior, the way they respond, the way they react, like he had everything down pat.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like some characters are hard to shake, because even when I played Discord, which is my domestic violence awareness film, it at moments when we cut, I had to just sit there. I felt bad. I was like sad for her, because that's someone's real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine what he went through playing such a dark character. I feel like with any actor who plays a character like that, immediately they need to really go into a detox. Therapy.
Yeah, big time.
Speaking to someone, like to really, like, because I really believe in spirits, and
not for sure.
And that those things can, because when you imitate things, it's like you're inviting them so you can take that on.
Yeah.
And and you don't know what he dealt with outside of playing that character.
Yeah.
You don't know his personal life as far as what he was going through, his insecurities or whatever he was praying about in secret and crying to God about in silence.
Yeah.
So to add that to whatever he was going through, and bro, it's just, it's sad. It's I still to this day think no one would top.
No one
ever would top that man.
Yeah.
He did that role justice, and he should, a legend for that.
For that role.
And,
but then it's like, at what cost though? Because he lost himself within it.
Right.
But for the entertainment, it was down to the T.
Right.
So yeah, and even I believe the Jeffrey Dahmer guy too, he said while he was practicing that he had to stay in that role for like 2 to 3 days, walking around in that outfit and that mindset. And I'm just like, playing somebody like that, so
it's
like
really
it does something to you, like you said. It really, it's inviting the spirits into you and they linger. You feel me? Because now you gonna start thinking, damn, was that me? Is that is that really me, or is that like?
And that's
it's crazy, man. Wow.
It is. It's deep. It really is deep, and that's why when I say acting is so much more to acting, and it's like levels to it. Like, it's like the more and more you practice at it, you'll be able to tap in. Like, how many people could just cry on cue and they gotta shake that off because they tapped into something that was probably painful. Painful, that they probably locked away, that helped them trigger that emotion to help them bring this character to life. And in the midst of the yelling cut, they gotta go home and deal with that.
Yeah.
And how they deal with that is their own prerogative and respective ways. But I honestly feel like, for me, a lot of meditation, a a lot of prayer, a lot of like detoxing, like just really like I run, you know, you really gotta like
get it out of you.
Get that out of you, yeah.
Sheesh. All right, let's stop giving them praise now. Let's talk about you now for a little bit. Feel me? The reason why I brought that up is because most of your short films are around bringing awareness, you know, to whether it's abuse and you know, stuff like that. So where did you get your concepts for those films? Which is on Amazon, by the way.
It's everywhere. I mean, I have friends that's dealt with that. It's everywhere, bro. It's like, and it's sad. But I got this a lot once I did the film. I'm tired of films like this about our Black people. And then I would say to some point I agree, but does that mean that their voice and their story is silent? So who's going to be the one to allow you to say that to them?
Yeah.
But also say, I gotta tell a story.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, like it was friends, it was family, it was life. It's what I see on TV, on the news. I'm awake, bro. Like, you know, like I felt like my first 3 films, I don't want it to just be about, oh look, I'm an actor, oh look, I can do this. I want it to really mean something. Yeah. I want people to, you know, see it and say, oh, I have the hotlines at the end of the films, like so they can get help. And, you know, I want them to really like see themselves within the film, but also see their way out. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That is beautiful, man. That is beautiful. I'm glad that you're bringing awareness to it, because it's like you said, if it's not being talked about and it's just being brushed under the rug, then it's like people are going to think they're alone. Yeah. You feel me? And that's the thing also, which brings it to the next part, which is mental health, which is a lot of people going through the same situations. But nobody's talking about it.
Because people are. You want to, what's sad is, I had to learn that vulnerability is a strength.
Yeah, for sure.
And coming up the way I was brought up, I really couldn't express myself the way I wanted to, because I would, you know, be labeled as weak, or like men don't cry.
Men don't cry, yeah.
You acting like a girl.
Yeah.
Or, you know, and through the years of hearing that, you learn how to like push that down and hold it down. Really, you're not. Like, you're really dying inside. Like the men are really dying because we don't know how to. And when we do, we get attacked.
Yeah.
Mentally by a comment. Oh, you acting like a B, or you X, Y, and Z. And that, you know, it's not that we don't communicate well. When did y'all ever give us the platform or the room or the space to feel safe to do so?
Yeah.
You know, so it's mental health. I'm a big advocate when it comes to mental health. You know, I believe in seeing a therapist. I believe in speaking to a pastor. I believe whatever. I feel like this, whatever help that's going to help you, or whoever you need to speak to them. Yeah. You know, we judge it, you know, and I say we because once upon a time I did too, because I did not know better. Yeah. You know, to see a therapist to talk about this in my family, you seeing a who? You need no dent. No. You know, like it's just it was that kind of conversation. So me growing up, you should see it there. What? I ain't seen no. Until it's like, you know what? I have to de-learn. I have to relearn. Take all of this out of me that I learned, that you installed in me, that is not facts, that is not going to help me grow. Because a lot of the things we were taught and brought up by parents that were trying to do right. Like the 4th child, they good. Yeah. The practice is already in. They already done the first, second, done got it. They're a little,
feel me? You know, yeah, crazy. My brother and sister told me that all the time. They're like, yo, you got it easy. You got, because it's like the 3rd, so you're learning. They're learning how to be parents. They're learning how to take. So in the midst of learning, they mess up. Yeah. And within us as kids, because I feel like the biggest impact on our adulthood is our childhood. Yeah. So if I'm used to seeing something like, use an example, my mother going back to a toxic relationship every time,
chance after chance, not missing the red flags, I'm gonna grow into that.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna catch the red flags. I'm always gonna go back because that's what I thought was okay.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we all just gotta just
bunch of unlearning and relearning too.
And relearning.
Yeah, I said it too. I believe that's why therapy is important for everyone, because everyone has childhood trauma.
Everybody.
I don't believe not one person was not raised by childhood trauma. Yeah. Everybody does. Even those that's fortunate enough.
Yeah. No, that's a whole fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with your movies, you said you see it's stuff that you see from friends, family, TVs. Do you have any more productions coming?
I do. I actually have a film called Awake. This particular film is to raise awareness for kids who got to take on parenting due to whatever reason, personal, mom's on drugs or dad's in jail, whatever, mom just used me as a babysitter. Just I'm always babysitting. I raised my sibling. You get a lot from I raised them. To where it's the brother, but calling his sister mom because that's who raised me. And this film is to really just shed light on them and what they go through. And I'm excited about that one, actually.
That's nice. Oh, so then, okay, I really like this. Like, I like that you're making your movies on awareness.
Yeah.
So can I basically say your message through your passion is just shining light on awareness?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes. I wanted to give back. I told myself, and I even told God, I was like, God, just, make this happen for me. And I will shed light. Not only that, I would shed light on who you are in my life.
Yeah.
Because nothing I did was possible without God, and that's a whole fact. Like,
come on, man. It's a fact. Come on now. I'm glad that you went there because that was going to be where I wanted to. Because, I always got to bring and touch on spirituality.
Of course.
You feel me? So you always mention God first on everything.
Yes.
So touch a little bit about that, just a little bit. Why is it that God is always the first person in everything that you do?
Yes, it's important because I need him to order my steps.
Very important.
And I'm not going to sit here and say that I always do. Sometimes I slip. And he remind me, and I've learned my lesson in that. But God should always be first before we do anything. One of my even when I speak, even coming here, I was like, God, tell me what to say. Allow me to be slow to speak but quick to hear. Meaning, let me hear your voice before I actually answer a question, so I know that I'm answering it the right way and it's actually going to help, shed light, educate, do something positive.
Yeah.
But it always wasn't like that. At one point, I have a story for you when it comes to putting God first.
For sure.
I got booked for a TV show in LA. Super excited. This was the one. I'm like, finally, I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell nobody. I was just gonna go. The morning of my flight, I woke up. I was feeling weird. I was feeling like crazy, like something. I just knew something was wrong. But something in my mind was like, it's fine. You gotta get to those auditions, those trainings, get to LA, you go to the hospital, something said no, go to the hospital. I called my Uber to the hospital and I passed out in the waiting room.
Wow.
Before I even got triage, were able to tell them what's going on, because I didn't even know. All I know is I had a fever and I just felt crazy. I wake up, IV in a stretcher, never forget, and the doctor's like, you gotta have emergency surgery.
Wow.
And I was like, what? Emergency surgery? Mind you, my siblings are not here. Like, no one knows I'm here. I'm by myself. I'm like, what do you mean emergency surgery? I got a flight to catch. He's like, your appendix is about to erupt.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, can you give me some penicillin to reverse it until I get to LA? Like, I'm like, are you not hearing me? I gotta.
I gotta go to LA,
I gotta
man.
get to LA. I got a flight to catch. Like, he's like, no, like your appendix is about to erupt.
Wow.
And then he said, I'm about to consult psych to see if you got capacity. Because I was really like debating with him, and he was telling me this is life threatening. He was like, he said to me, he said, if you would have got on that flight, either you would have died in the waiting room waiting for the flight, or you would have went on the plane, and because of the takeoff and altitude and X, Y, and Z, it would have speed up the process of your appendix erupting, and you would have died on the flight.
Wow.
I did the surgery, lost the job, but I never prayed about that. I never asked God, is this the job? I never asked God. It was all me, and it was like, you feel me? Like it's happening.
Yeah, I understand.
And God was like, all right, play with me.
Yeah.
And also God was like, I give you free will. I'm hoping you make the right decision. Because if you don't make the right decision, you going home to glory.
Yeah.
You know, and it breaks down to say obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yes, sir. Obedience is better than sacrifice.
And us, as we're so fickle.
Yeah.
Which is why we gotta, die daily. Fast and pray.
Yeah.
Know your weaknesses. And that's why every post, God first, because I always say I could not be here right now.
Yeah.
If I would have listened to that first voice, which I know which was the enemy, go get on that plane.
Yeah.
Go see a doctor when you get to LA. I would have never made it to LA. That one little thing, my appendix would have killed me.
Wow.
And from then I was like, you know what, God, I am not. You don't play.
Yeah.
And I need. That's why I need him to order my steps. I've been let down too many times because I went my own way. I've been disappointed too many times. I've been hurt. I've been misused. I've been, mishandled. And it's because, did you pray to have that person in your life?
Very important.
Did you not see the red flags?
Mm-hmm.
Missed the benefit of the doubt? And this is exactly how he was talking to me. Missed the excuse for every little thing.
Yep.
So definitely, bro.
That's very important, man. I could agree like 100% with ordering your steps. And, that's why we are here, how we are here right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? Multiple times we said, about giving it up. I told y'all this in December. I literally I said, yo, forget all this, man. Like, I'm done. Like, you feel me? And then,
and we all, and your support system reminded you, like, what? Give up.
He was like, that's not even the crazy part, though. They were like, I was like, yo, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Feel me? And literally the next day, I'll never forget this story. And I'm gonna say it every single chance that I get. Every time I was ready to give this up as a YouTube, social media, everything, because I believe like this is what I was meant to do.
Right.
I've literally found my purpose and glory in doing this.
That's amazing.
You feel me? So every time I was always ready to give this up, God always sent me a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
I would be at work. We haven't shot. Remember those time period when we ain't shooting main channel? I went back to work to my old site.
Mm-hmm.
A guy that I work with, he's like, yo, what happened? Like, what you mean? He's like, yo, I keep seeing your shorts pop up, but I'm not seeing no main video. Like, what's going on? Like, where your videos at? I'm like, oh, they're coming real soon. Same day I'm walking home, an old friend from middle school. Yo, CK. I'm like, oh, what's going on, bro? He's like, yo, I love what you're doing, man. Keep it up. But I haven't seen no videos in a while. All right, God, I get it. Like, I understand. I get the points. Feel me? So it's like every time I was ready to give this up, and the last straw for me was December for real. I was like, yo, I'm ready to stop. I'm ready to stop all of this. Then the next day I'm doing my devotion, and the title of the devotion was "Don't Give Up on Your Dreams."
Oh, that's amazing. And this is, if you would have been in your feelings, you would have missed all those signs.
Every single one.
And that's why God is so amazing. Like, trust me, and to hear that question as an artist, it just does something to us. Like, it's like, you gotta wait.
Not for real.
Like, I hear it all the time when it's your next film. what are you doing now? I'm working. I'm
Like,
trying to
yo.
get, I'm still, because they don't, all they see is the
finished product.
They don't see the hustle and bustle to auditions, the classes. You wake the sleepiness, the grind is so real, and artists, as an artist, you respect it. Yeah. Like, you don't really let me know when instead of when is the next project coming out. Let me know when you drop. I get it. So that used to, and to this day I still be like, I get it. I had a breaking point recently, actually, where I was at work, and my summer photographer, I seen him at work, and seeing him reminded me of all the work we did together, and we barely see each other, and I was just like, you know what, I'm tired, taking classes, working 2 jobs, trying to maintain work-life balance, running a business. Like, I'm tired, and dealing with my personal life. Life be lifing, bro. Life be lifing.
Every single day. Don't let up.
Lifing, bro. Like,
don't let up.
I was like tired, and like seeing him, and we talked, and he said, yo, I just linked up with my old homeboy. I known him same time as you. We shot. He works for working with Tyler Perry. We meeting up with X, Y, and Z.
Oh wow.
I want to link y'all. And I was just like looking at him. He's actually I've been spoke about you, and and you know what's crazy? When he left, I said, God will put your name in rooms that you're not even in.
Yo.
And you're sitting there saying, I'm done, God.
Yeah.
And he's saying,
like, nobody's seeing me.
Told this nigga to tell this dude about you.
Yeah. We don't see it.
And you don't see it. So, and it's just, I get it, bro. Trust me, I get it. But that's why the supports, if you didn't have your brothers.
Yeah, man. My boys.
If I didn't have my support system, like, who are we going to lean? We need our support system. And it's without it, and a support system is just not family. It could be anybody who you feel like you're getting that support, that love, who's listening to you, who sees you for who you are. And like, call you, yo, what's up? I heard for you. Instead of stranger. Hello, stranger. Like,
oh, hey, big head. Like, relax.
And says, hey, what's up? Just checking on you. So I get it. And like, life is hard, bro. Which is why I try my best. And I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna sit here like I am. Loving kindness, bro.
For sure.
Loving kindness, understanding. I try my best to know, like, just how I'm flawed. They're flawed. Yeah. And we teach people how to treat us. Yeah. And I feel like just people are going through it, bro. Yeah. And silent, which is the most deadliest, and your kind gesture, you being who you are, a smile or a kind gesture or whatever. Yeah. It really can change everything to a person, for that person that day.
Yeah, nah, that's totally facts. I totally agree with that. Because it's because of that, being more empathetic with people. Because like you said, life be life, right?
Life be life.
So it's like, I even understand when I haven't heard from a couple of my boys. I haven't heard from a couple of my school friends in a while, and then I spoke to one who we did an episode with, and then he hit me up. Well, I hit him up. I called him. I'm like, yo, you trying to come back on the pod? And then he was like, he'll work out some stuff. But then he's like, yo, I see what you're doing. I'm proud of you.
That's what's up. That's
you feel me? So because of that, I'm like, yo, let me just hit up all my friends that I haven't heard from in a while. And then that little time, it wasn't even like 20 minutes. It was literally just that little text. Right. Really solved everything for everybody. Yeah. You feel me? Everybody's like, yo, bro, I'm just here, bro. I'm good. Life is good. I'm just, working. We're just in that point in time.
Sometimes I shake cause me, like my bros, all my bros, like my male friends, I'd be like, yo, I love you.
For sure.
Some of them, like now they used to it. They say it back and all that. But at first it was like,
Yeah.
Cause and it's so sad, bro, because some of us, it's like a guard automatically, like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Because to hear "I love you," it comes with so much disappointment.
Yeah.
And we're so guarded. And which is why it's important. I feel like it's important. And I enjoy to hear it too. Like, oh, I love you too, bro. That's sure. That's what's up. And it's not, they don't make you no sissy or make you no punk or make none of that.
No.
We just gotta change this. The way us as men respond to one another. Yeah. Everything is not pride and ego and like,
or just how we view vulnerability in the first place.
Exactly, because it's a strength.
Yeah,
it really is a strength.
And I'm glad you mentioned that too, because that's exactly how I ended every single message. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I ain't hear from you in a minute. I, bro, love. You know what I'm saying? Like, love you, bro. Like, you feel me? And it was well received. You feel me? So it's very important to check in on your peoples, man.
It's very important.
It's very important. Even not even. Let me not even say it. Check up on your friends. Check up on your strong friends.
Yes,
very important.
Very important.
Check up on the laughing friends. Check up on the friends that are always out there.
Right.
They're the ones that's going through it the worst.
Because they learned how to hide their pain with a joke or a smile, and the ones that are like the most joyful, you'd be like,
oh yeah,
and it's because they learned how to do that.
Yeah.
And it just slowly kills us. It slowly kills us.
Yeah. Jeez, I'm glad we had this little conversation. First
bro.
I appreciate it. But now let's get into the even more fun part. Let's talk Hollywood.
Let's talk Hollywood.
Let's talk Hollywood. So it's a strike going on right now.
Yeah.
You feel me with the movie companies that want to, use AI or deep fakes, to now just take the actors, faces and use that instead for the movies. I believe they already started doing that with Fast and Furious. They used it for Paul Walker, I believe a few years back when he had died, of course, RIP. So what's your thoughts on that, an up and coming actor? How do you feel about it?
I feel like the technology is amazing. Yeah. I'm gonna just say that. But it's not fair. I actually think it's really messed up. Yeah. I don't agree with it. I support my actors and the writers guild. With the strike. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for everything.
Yep.
And if you want change, this has to happen. Hopefully the people in the power finally, come off their high horse and realize what's going on and really listen to what they're saying in the request and X, Y, and Z, and get to a agreement that's not trying to play in their face just to shut them up.
Yeah.
Because that's what they've been doing.
Of course.
Which always happens. They try to play with you to see how far they could take you, or see if you'll just take that and take that and take that until finally realize, oh, they're serious. And I don't support it. I think it's really, that's people's jobs.
Yeah.
Like when that's people's jobs. Like people have families. People, like, the economy is it's messed up right now. Like I don't care what nobody say. We in a recession.
For sure. Big time.
I don't care what you say. We are in a recession. Look at the food. Look at the gas. Look at everything is going up. Rent is going up. No, pay is not going up. Everything is just it's just
everything but pay.
Everything but pay is going up. Like, what is really going on?
Pay. This economy is gone.
So it's just it's they're not out there because they want to be. Mm-hmm. They'd rather be working. They'd rather be writing. They'd rather be on set. They'd rather be creating. They'd rather be making that bag. Yeah. But because you're not taking them serious, it has to happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's only going to be a matter of time. Now, can you imagine in the future where acting, all they need from you is you at home, scan your face, and then they have the AI do all the work, but they just use you? That's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
Like, that's...
it. Hopefully it's still a check. Hopefully it's still a check, though. You're still using my face. You're still using something. Like, true. You still need to scan me. So
that's true.
Hopefully that's still a check. That's
true.
And however long that AI is out, I want to get that same pay. Right.
Where else?
That part.
Sick day soon. Oh, now that's crazy though. But then I thought about it too though. I mean, it could have some positives too, because now it makes what you call it, stunt doubles. Makes it a little bit easier now too on the actors. Now they don't have to like, because the stunt double, I remember I was watching some of the jobs that the stunt doubles do. It's like it's mid action, they gotta stop, out, and then sub in, and then do it. So now instead it could just like, okay, like I have these pinpoints here,
right?
That's his face,
right?
And then I just go and just do the work, and then you know, go. It can be easy. Now I believe it do make acting and stuff like that a little bit easier, but I just, like you said, I don't like the way that they're going about it.
Yeah, they just go about it a different way.
Yeah, for sure.
They can definitely go about it a different way, like, because we can't stop technology from moving forward. You know, we can't. You know, I just feel like they need to present it a better way. Yeah. It needs to be a better agreement, a better contract, better, you know.
Yeah. Make it an add-on. Like, don't make it the main thing. So make it an add-on. That's true. All right, so then boom, Hollywood talk still. Now you are trying to go into that space, you know, into that scenery. You know, being that, you know, you said God is ordering your steps into doing all of it. How do you feel about going into an industry that's so dark? You feel me? Because, you know, at a certain point in time when you reach these type of careers, especially in entertainment and both, you know, music and all that, you know, it comes a point where you got to do some humiliation act or some kind of outlandish stuff to boost up in the career. Like, how do you feel like you go about that or maneuver through that?
That's a good question. It's God, bro. Like, you know, it says, so my light, his light's gonna shine. Like, I am the beacon of light because I have him in me. You know, so regardless which room I walk in, and regardless what's presented to me, as long as I know who I am, you understand what I'm saying?
I think
and who I serve, he's the reason why I'm there.
True.
So he trusts me. So I can't let him down. I'm not signing my soul over. I'm not doing nothing crazy. I'm going, whatever's for me is for me.
Yeah.
And if I got to do something crazy or ridiculous just to get it, it's not for me.
Simple.
And we got to be okay with that.
Yeah.
A lot of us are not, which is why we run to things and we do things that we're not supposed to do, because we fall into that thinking that this person has your career in their hand, which they really don't. They don't. God orders the steps.
Yeah.
And the industry is dark. The industry is very, very dark. But there's people in there that's just a beacon of light, you know, that know who they are, that serve God, that, you know, you're gonna be presented. We present it to things, and we're not even in Hollywood. You know, like it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But you know, I know who I serve. I know who I am.
Yeah.
I want to be on a level where I walk in a room and change atmospheres.
Come on, somebody.
You know, because I know who I am. I know who I serve.
Yeah.
To where the atmosphere have no other choice but to come subject.
Yeah.
Because of who I'm walking with, who I brought in the room with me.
Come on, somebody.
You know, so I hope that answered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, I mean, if it's outlandish and crazy, then it's not.
Yeah, it's
because
like,
he's ordering.
Unless you just want to be out there wilding, like, you know, like that's your choice. Like if you just want to be out there wilding, then you know that's your prerogative. Again, God, free will.
Yeah. Do
your thing. You know, but God gives us grace just in case.
Just in case. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So with you being in that scene, who would you say is who inspires you? Who's your favorite?
So Denzel Washington.
Oh, he's like,
and then
everybody's favorite pick,
for a while it's just been Denzel, and then it just became Michael B.
Oh.
And you know, they're just so Viola Davis.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
She's great.
You know, like it's just, bro, like they're so talented, and you know.
Sorry to cut you off. They playing with her Oscars, by the way. Come on now,
bro.
They playing with it, but
They are
I had
playing
to
with
mention
it. They
that.
playing with a few of them actually.
A few of them.
Yeah, like we all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we right here, man. We here. Yeah. We here. All right.
We definitely here.
Yeah. Yeah, but go ahead.
So yeah, I just when Denzel and Viola did that film together, I don't know if you guys seen
Which
it.
film?
I can't. They were husband and wife.
Hold on, look it up.
It's fairly new. It's fairly new. They still be showing clips on TikTok and Instagram. And,
Fences?
Fences.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Y'all gotta
did
check
not see
that
this
out.
movie.
Y'all have to check.
2016.
When I mean amazing, and can't forget my Queen and Slim crew.
Who?
Can't forget the Queen and Slim crew.
Oh, man. I thought that was a movie head, and I'm not.
And I can't. Y'all ain't see it yet.
Slim?
Queen and Slim.
Oh yeah. Queen and Slim. Oh yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. I seen that. Yo, the ending was crazy.
Bro.
It was not expecting that.
You want to know
Wow.
what was so beautiful about this film?
What happened?
The way they shot black people. Like,
That's facts.
there's a lot of films and a lot of different lightings that it don't really do us justice. Like, we look good, but this particular, they look black, bro.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean they look black?
Beautiful, like the shine, like everything. It was
For
just,
sure.
it was like a I think it was like a purple kind of lighting to it as well, like to bounce. Like it was just really shot perfectly, and like actually that's on my. I have a vision board at my house. Nate actually seen it before, and Queen and Slim is up there. Like I have a list behind the picture of all the equipment that they used to shoot this project. You know, it's millions of dollars, but you go always Google, what can I get close to this? You know,
budget, man.
The budget ain't hitting like that, but I'ma still give as close as I could. You know, I love the lighting, and that's how I shoot my film sometimes. I look at how like Queen and Slim, I really, really try to play off their lighting. And if you see one of my reels, I have a reel called Unsupportive Spouse. Unsupportive dad or something like that on my Instagram. It was shot like I was, I helped with the production with that, and we mimic Queen and Slim lighting. And if you really, really pay attention, they were good. They got as close as they could, but even the way the light was bouncing off of me, because I'm dark skinned with a red tone. So when it comes to lighting, you gotta know how to light a person who's dark skinned with a red tone.
Wow.
So
it's a lot going
I
on.
am too, but I had to learn that. Like certain lighting is not going to look good on me because of that red tone. And I learned that with photography, being a model. Like it was Tyshawn, my home, love him down. Amazing photographer in LA, celebrity photographer. He used to say, that's not gonna look good on you. I used to be like, why? Why is that gonna look good on me? If he can do it, I can do it. Because he's white, and when he used to explain it, I used to be like, you know what? This motherfucker just don't want to shoot me. Like just like that, all defensive. But then it all made sense because when they have this, they teach lighting actually phenomenal. Tyshawn and Dallas Logan, Dallas London, and it's just amazing. It's amazing, and that's how I learned it.
That's crazy. It's so much stuff that if you're really not in the field, you wouldn't know.
You would not know.
I'm learning right now, bro, that certain lighting won't go with. That's crazy because my cousin also does this. Like she went to the Tyler Perry School, I believe. She did that whole production and thing, and then she's also behind. I don't know, probably what connect y'all, but she lives in Chicago for sure. But yeah, she was telling me a whole lot of stuff that I don't think are necessary, but actually are necessary. Things like the little foil
that goes over the light.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, why do you need all of this stuff? She's like, it's very important. I need a certain.
Yeah.
I never forget
Yeah.
it. So I need a certain
Yeah.
demographic for this scene right here.
Right.
I'm like, yo, there's too much
And
going
they're
on.
really masters at that. They're like,
Yeah,
it's
like-
such an art within the art. Like, it's amazing how, like, even like, look what you guys did. White walls, different plants bouncing off. Like, you guys are doing it.
Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate
You
that.
guys are doing it, you know, and as you keep doing it, you're just gonna get better. How else are you gonna get better if you don't do it?
Yeah, trial and error.
You know, do it when you're scared. Do it when you don't know. Just do it.
Do it.
Just do the work. Just do the work. That's all.
For sure, for sure. You mentioned that Michael B. Jordan is your next from Denzel Washington, right? How you feel about that situation that he had with that reporter? You know, or the interview chick. I don't know if you've seen it.
Nah, what happened again?
Give me a run back on that Buns. I believe she had said something about give me a run back on that. I forgot it myself, but it was hot. Like, it was hot, and a lot of people didn't like it because, you know, they felt that. Yeah, she called him corny.
They went to school together. They went to high school together in Jersey.
Mhm.
And you don't have to say the mic. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so they went to high school together in Jersey. And Michael B. Jordan was an actor back then. He used to carry his headshots around in high school. His headshots, really promoting his stuff as he continued to go out and all that stuff. And then she was saying she saw that, and she was like, he was a corny boy in school. And then during the podcast, she was like, Michael B. Jordan is very corny. Like, he's corny, yada yada. And then when he made it, like, he had his I forgot what new movie he did, Creed 3.
Creed 3.
Creed 3 promotion. She was interviewing him for the Creed 3, and he was like, "You called me corny, right?" So he called her out, and she was like, "No, I didn't call you corny."
Now she trying to take it back.
Nah, in the podcast, you did call me.
You feel me? So basically, yeah, like you said. So basically, the whole thing was They went to high school together, and then she called him corny because he used to carry his headshots around. And then afterwards, after his Creed 3, well, she did a podcast. She said he was corny still. And then Creed 3, all that changes. You feel me? Now that it's face to face, you know, she actually, like, you know, supporting it and all that. And then now when he tells her on it, or when he, you know, tells her like, hey, you used to tell me this, tell me that, the reaction from that whole little segment, people was not feeling it. The fact that he did that to her. You know,
the fact that he called out,
on it, you know. So I want to get your thoughts on that.
But why would they? Why can't he?
That's what I
feel like.
saying.
If you're publicly making statements and comments, about me, I have the right to publicly address you.
On it, yeah.
How I do that is totally up to my mature level and where I am. But he had every right. I feel like
that's exactly what I was saying.
And it don't sound like he did anything crazy or disrespected her. All he said was, "You call me corny."
Yeah.
Like, but look, you're interviewing me. That was just him
my
saying,
movie too. At that too.
You feel me? Like, you're at my premiere interviewing me, but you called me corny.
Yeah.
I feel like that was big ups to you, bro. That was good.
That's what I said. I didn't know why he was getting a lot of backlash on it. I'm like,
I don't see nothing wrong with that at all, actually. I feel like if they just talking, like, you know, and I'm pretty sure behind the scene they spoke and probably squashed everything and laughed at it, and probably close and friends now. Who knows? You know, you never know. So,
but my thing is just I just didn't like how she tried to take it back. You know, like, I didn't.
You want to know why? Because, you know, some people do that, and in the midst of that, you gotta ask yourself, all right, do I want to because if you are not woman enough or man enough to like, you know, own what you said and say, you know what, I said that. Yeah. And we could talk about that, because there's power in communication.
Big time.
There's even more power in listening and trying your best to understand where the person is coming from.
Exactly.
We miss that part, which is why the communication fails.
Yeah.
You know, at that moment, she probably just couldn't handle that, or, you know, and, you know, I'm pretty sure they spoke about it after, but
for sure. Yeah. For sure. I mean,
it's a learning experience for her too. You know, I'm pretty sure she would never do that again. And unfortunately, that's the way life happens, bro. Like, we have to, we all hurt somebody, and someone hurt us. Yeah. And unfortunately for life, it's a part of life, because it's a part of the growth part. You know, I'm pretty sure every last person in this room is someone who is trying their best to get over the hurt that we caused in their life.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, if we apologize or not, that's just the way of life. You could be sitting here and you could be, you know, taking your time within yourself to like forgive someone or like that hurt you. It's just the way it is, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Oh man. Woo! Yeah. This is good. This is good. Feel me? I do want to say this though. Feel me? Want to give you your flowers now. Damn. I feel like every time I say that, I never have the flowers. I think I owe like 4 guest flowers. Y'all get them soon, man. But I want to really give you your flowers, man. You're really well versed in what you're saying. You really speak with such like confidence, like you said.
I appreciate that.
You feel me? So
it wasn't always like this.
Of course, I know, man.
It's not always like
I
this.
know. I know, but I really want to give you your props. I want to give you your flowers now, bro. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep bringing awareness.
I appreciate
you.
That.
Feel me? You have the pod behind you with your message.
Thank you.
You feel me? Especially like I said, I really rock with Discord a lot.
Thank you.
Feel me? You really portray that really well.
Thank you.
You feel me? And
it's a little scary.
That's what I'm saying. Well. Feel me? When me and him was watching it for the first time, we both was like, whoa. Like, this gotta be coming from somewhere. Like, you feel me? That's how good it was. And for up and coming, that's very important. You feel me? That's very good.
Make sure y'all check it out. It's on Amazon Prime.
For sure.
You could look it up under my production company, Typerception, or just Discord.
That is really good, man. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I really rock with it. You feel me? I really rock with it.
It's all love, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Nah, for sure.
Thank you for having me.
I want to ask you a favor though. If you can tell the people, you know, some advice that want to get into this field, that want to start, that's scared. Like, what is one advice that you have or two to get them going or to not give up on this journey right here of acting, directing, all of that?
I say do it scared.
Do it scared. Go a little bit more on that. Do it scared.
Meaning, it's terrifying. It's scared to do something new and something like you don't really know how to. But that don't mean that it's not possible or you got to give up. Mm-hmm. When I say do it scared, because it's a lot of opportunities I gave up because I was scared.
Yeah.
And if I just would have did it scared,
who knows?
Who knows what that door would have took me. Mm-hmm. And do your research. Do it scared. Do your research. Be confident, regardless what anyone says to you or how they may feel about your work. You're learning. You're growing. You're doing it. You know how many people said negative things about my film?
No way.
Yeah, but it comes with the territory. I expected it, you know, and you guys should also.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure.
Always prepare for that, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, so it was my homeboy Bobby. He's a filmmaker as well. He said, "Don't read the comments."
Of course,
just don't read the comment. Don't read the comments. And excuse me. And I read the comments, and a lot of it was harsh, but it was like, you know, I did that. I had an idea. I had a thought, a passion to do something, and I wrote, and I rewrote, and I rewrote, and I rewrote, and then I went on locations looking for somewhere to shoot. Yeah. Then I did the casting call. Then I did everything, and I got my film on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Why did you choose? Sorry to cut you off. Why did you choose Amazon Prime instead of YouTube?
YouTube. A lot of people ask me that. So I just felt like that was a common route. And I prayed about it, and I got approved for it. I didn't think I was at first. And I said, God, if this is for me, if this don't work, I'm gonna just put it on YouTube. When they approved me, I was like, all right, I guess this is it. My next film is not gonna be on Amazon Prime, I don't think. I'm shooting for Tubi.
Oh.
Tubi. Oh, look at this.
Wait, what do you mean you work for them?
Fox owns Tubi.
Oh.
Like, he did this thing recently where technically I'm under Tubi now.
Oh,
nice.
Look at that connection.
Look at that connection.
Look at that connection.
Look at that. Yeah, we gonna talk, bro. We gonna talk.
I love the black movies. They're like very like
yeah,
they're black.
And then like
black
it's, like you get to see
good.
the beauty of the ones who are beginners, and then you gonna see them like if you go back to half of these filmmakers, their first project where they are now, it's incredible. Yeah, and that's how it starts. That's how it starts. And I eventually. I'm gonna put it on YouTube, but I didn't have a YouTube fan base. I didn't really have a page back then. I thought about doing it through my website and just directly through there. I prayed about a few things actually, and I was like Amazon, and I reached out to my homeboy Bobby, like, what's the process, how to go about it, and he walked me through it, and that's how it, happened.
You got it there? That's fine. That's good, man. Yeah. Wow, you're really showcasing how it's really God first and everything. You
bro,
feel me?
Like,
very important.
You're gonna have, bro, I'm telling you need to
Nah, for sure, man. Hey, we know that over here.
Because I'm telling you, bro, I can't even count on my hands how many times I almost gave up.
No.
Like, losing myself in relationships,
man,
because it's and it hit different when you realize, like, yo, I really be losing myself in relationships. Like, my grind ain't the same, so I gotta like, my grind ain't the same, so I gotta figure out how to change that before I go back to that, because it's gonna slow me down unless you got someone who's like really pushing you and supporting you, like, which I didn't have at that time.
Sheesh.
So,
yeah. So now you're going to Tubi now, man. How you think the comment section gonna go now?
I'm looking forward to them. Actually, I actually read the comments now, and I be laughing.
Man. Me and you both.
I be laughing.
Wait, hold on. Let me know what was one of the worst ones you ever got, and I'll tell you mine.
Oh, they was like, this is a completely a garbage budget film.
Wow.
And I was like, I did a lot of overtime for this. How dare you? And then I was like, I was gonna reply, low impulsive.
What's low?
Let me click this page, click the profile, see if it lead me to a Instagram or something like that. 'Cause I got some words for this person.
Nah, for real.
But nah, it's people have the right to voice their opinion.
For sure.
And unfortunately, some people don't have a filter. I took my power back though. Like, you don't have the power anymore, because back then I was impulsive and didn't care what I said. But now it's like, why be upset about what you're saying and ruin my day, have me upset, have me thinking about it? No, like, you take that. I don't want that. You keep that. You keep that negative energy, I hear you, and we can agree to disagree. Yeah. And keep it like that.
I love it. I love reading the negative ones, but I just love it. I just love it and keep it pushing. Now, I love man. One of them almost got me out of character, bro. I forgot. Was it a short? It was a short. It was a short I posted, and then something, I forgot what I was talking about. And then one of the comments was like, yo, get this monkey.
Not the monkey. Yo.
I seen it, I'm like, I screenshot, I sent it to them, I'm like, ain't no way. I'm like, ain't no way. So you know what? I knew he was trolling because I love it.
I know what it was.
That's crazy.
Back in the day, dark skin wasn't in.
Yes, that real. Yeah, it was a YouTube short.
About that, cause I was black tall. Now everyone want to go to the beach and get a tan and be dark skin. Now everybody want to be dark skin.
Facts. So it was like, yo, get this monkey, whatever. But then he ended up deleting it though. I know it was trolling, but I heard it and I'm like, oh, thanks. It is what it is. You can't let them win, bro.
Yeah, people are cruel, bro.
Yeah.
People are like really cruel, but
can't let them win though.
I was about to say something else, but I'm not gonna say that. Right? Can't let them win. Let's keep it at that.
That's it. That's all I be saying, bro. Yo, my page can't let you win over here.
Cannot let you win.
So just love it. I just love it. Something when it's negative, I just love it and keep it pushing.
And then some of it be harsh, but be some truth in that.
That's a fact.
Like
That's true.
and if you dwell on that emotion of that, they really, that's messed up. You gonna miss
what they're saying,
the gem that they're actually dropping in there that you could actually take note and fix for your next project.
That's true. That's true.
You know, it's things on my film that I look at and I say, okay, I could do that better. I could have did that way better. Could have did that. You know, it's a learning experience and it's on my vision board, so I don't make that mistake again.
Yeah,
like it's about elevating and keep, you know, elevating after you elevate. Keep elevating after you, you know, just keep climbing and taking that constructive criticism.
For sure.
Understanding that there is a gem in that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're about to move on to that next segment. But before we do you have any question for me? You feel me? That you would like to know anything?
Caleb.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, you as a host with your amazing team,
for sure,
right? Where do you see yourself with this brand in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yes, beautiful. So I have two. So I have my podcast, which is If Set, and then I have my other reaction channel, which is TV.
Okay.
Both of those, I believe, in the next 5 years for sure will be well off over 100. My main goal is to build a community for sure. So I believe with this podcast, we had an identity crisis. You feel me? But I feel like we found a formula. I'll explain it to you afterwards. We're trying to give y'all the sauce. You feel me? But basically, I just want this platform, and the reason why I say a community because we're following the formula of Joe Rogan and Jay Shetty. Their podcasts are about nothing but everything.
Right.
You come on the podcast and you learn something new. Yeah, you just flow, like you said. And I also rock with Jay Shetty because it's the same thing. He interviewed Kobe before he left. You know, he interviewed a lot of big names, but it still has a message. And that's what I want this podcast to be, a place where you can come on here, have a conversation. That's why my slogan is, you know, the podcast by a good guy that mess up sometimes, but have no BS conversations. Because I believe a lot of the stuff that aren't talked about is because nobody's having those conversations.
Right.
You know, so that's what I want my platform to be. I just wanted to be a place where you can come on here, you can have a conversation that will definitely impact somebody, anybody out here.
I love that.
And I also have another segment on here that showcases the, you know, Haitian community more on that. And that segment. Because
your background is Haitian.
Yes, for sure.
And your whole team.
And the whole team.
Love that.
You feel me?
Love
yes,
that.
sir.
I love that.
You know, so also want to shed the light on that and also give places for, you know, individuals like you who are creatives or individuals that are Black business owners and Haitian Black business owners to have a platform to come and showcase or have a voice.
Right.
To be like, hey, I'm here, we're here. See us. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's where I see myself, and this is why I believe we'll never run out of business. You feel me? My reaction channel, I believe we have a good community over there, almost had 500 subscribers. You feel me? We built a nice, good community there that's waiting for content. So I believe, like I said, I went the reaction channel way because you could never run out of things to react to.
Never.
There's always something to react to.
Yeah.
You feel me? And we don't do regular reaction in terms of like music videos or stuff. Like we react to stuff that brings out, again, conversation.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's why we have that there. And then we have the podcast here, which is a little bit more in depth into, you know, bringing out the conversation.
Let me touch and agree with you on that, because I believe that thing, brother. I really do.
That.
I really do. I really believe in, one of the reasons why I asked that, because I really believe in speaking those things that are not as if they are.
Yeah.
And that's in the word of God.
Yeah.
And I see that for you guys.
Appreciate that.
The whole team just keep going, and this set is beautiful.
Appreciate that.
You know what you guys got going on is the energy, the vibe.
Yes,
these seats is comfortable, by the
way. Man, you missed the couch stage. The couch is even more comfortable.
Yeah, bro, it's a beautiful thing.
Appreciate that.
It's a beautiful thing.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, well, for the last segment, this is the segment, you know, support is free. This is where you get to shout out yourself, your brand, or
Definitely.
a company, you know, your mom, dad, parents, whoever it is, you know, support is free. It's that segment.
So I want to give a big shout out to all my supporters, my family, my friends, everyone who's been holding me down. For those who don't know me, once again, I'm Tyshawn. I have a production company called Typerception. It's TYPERCEPTION. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I also have a website, which is Tyshawn.ty/perception.com. You can subscribe. I'm always doing auditions and always looking for more talent to like work with. I believe in collaborating.
Yes, sir.
And a check don't always got to be involved. I really believe in the art of what we do, you know, and sometimes a check don't have to be connected to it.
That's true.
Because in that we miss it. We miss that opportunity. So yeah, and shout out to my mom, siblings. I'm not gonna shout all y'all out because I might miss somebody and then y'all might text me feeling some kind of way. So I'm gonna say shout out to all my siblings. I love you guys. I love my families and supporters. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Tyshawn, Typerception.com.
For sure. All his links will be in the description down below. For sure. And I have this one thing before we go though. Before we go, as a director, how do you know that somebody is good for a certain role?
That's a good one. Because you know the vision, you know how you want this person to play, and you already have an idea how you want them to look.
Mm-hmm.
If you want them light skin or dark skin, and sometimes that changes. Them just bringing your piece to life when they could really become that character, and sometimes you see it, but you don't see it. It's like they need time, which is why I've seen someone who have a strong audition, like just killed it, not get the role, but a person who slightly killed it, but the director's seen that they could actually become, and with more practice and with more time, they can be exactly who they want them to be for that character. And that's what I go off of. I go off really like, can you bring the character to life? Can you take direction well?
Yes.
Can you like your energy, even your like I need to like feel and understand that you are a good person as well. Like I'm really funny about who I connect my name to in the rooms that I show up in. So I do heavy research. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I even like those free. Do they got a record for free? You know, so like, because you know your name is very important. Yeah. It's a part of your image and your brand, and I feel like a lot of directors make sure that they fit the image, the brand, they fit the role. So a lot comes with that. Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate that, man. Well, for me, for my supporters free segment, editor's gonna put it up. I won't be having the people on hand, bro. I don't want to try to miss anybody. You know, next thing you know, you never shouted me out. You know, nice to know your time is coming. So the editor will put it up. But once again, man, I really want to thank you for coming.
Appreciate it, bro.
On the show. I know for sure somebody got impacted by our conversation.
I really hope so.
Thank you for coming on. As you guys can see, he's pretty well versed in what he says. He speaks with such confidence, and that confidence can only come from experience.
Yes.
And knowing the art and passion that he does. So make sure you guys, of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials. That's at
Make sure
EPI,
you follow.
for sure. DASIT__. That's at EPI DASIT__. Make sure to follow him. All his links will be in the description down below. And I'm seeing the next one. That's it.
AP, that's it.